I'm here with a story that was sent to me by a viewer. This story comes from a teacher. She wants to remain anonymous. And this is her story. It was 2018, and I was in my first year of teaching first grade. My students ranged from 6 to 7 years old. All year I had been noticing one student's absenteeism. At first it was every other week, and then it turned into every week. I noticed that his grades started slipping and he was absent for important tests. I went to my colleagues and we all agreed we needed to report him. We didn't know if he was being abused or neglected. That's when Child Protective Services gets involved. On February of 2018, I noticed he was absent for 3 days in a row. It was unusual because he never missed school. I called his home and no one answered. So I left a message. On the third day, still no answer. So I drove to his house. The school was 30 minutes away and my office was right next to his house. When I got there, I noticed that his bike was outside. His mom always picked him up on his bike. But that day she wasn't there. I knocked on the door and I waited. I don't remember how long I stood there, but eventually I started to get worried. I called the police and I told them I was concerned about a missing child. They told me to come to the station and give a statement. When I arrived, I waited and I waited. No one came to my office. No one called me back. I ended up going to the principal. I told her everything and she told me to go home. She said that I had done enough for one day. When I got home, I called my best friend. I told her everything and she told me to come over. I got there and I cried. I cried and I cried and I told her everything that happened. She let me stay at her house. The next morning I went to school. No one said a word to me. No one asked me if I was okay. The principal didn't even ask me what happened. I felt so abandoned. I felt like I wasn't supported by my colleagues or the administration. I felt like they didn't care. After that day, I never went back. I quit. I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I lost my purpose. I felt empty inside. I was only 23 years old. I didn't know what to do. This story was shared anonymously by a viewer. Thank you for sharing your story. If you have a story to share, please contact me.